Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a quick presentation on tsunamis and Costa Rica and what tsunamis are. There are three types of tectonic plate boundaries. Tsunamis come from one of those, the convergent boundary, when one plate that is supposed to be subducted pushes up more than it should. The top plate will shift up, forcing it back into subduction, and that force will cause a tsunami away from where the source generated. The warning signs for tsunami. That force is generated really far away from where the tsunami will occur. It could occur from across an ocean. So your best bet is to figure out when a tsunami is close, which you can tell when water quickly recedes from an area on the beach, or you hear a loud roaring, and if one wave is taller than the rest. The closer it gets to shore, the more water builds up, the bigger it gets. It's more than a visual image, but if one wave is distinctly larger, that's one of your first visual indicators, aside from the water rushing out in abnormally low tide. I talked about Costa Rica. Costa Rica sits on the Caribbean plate, which is subducting on the east and the west, and to the north and the south there is landmass. So the whole Caribbean plate is being forced up. The likelihood of a tsunami in Costa Rica seems low in my opinion, but I'm probably wrong about that. It seems to me like a tsunami would be forced away from Costa Rica on both the east and the west coast. If you are in a tsunami, tsunamis hit at the coast, so you should try and go inland, go to high ground if you have the chance. If you don't have high ground, if you're in a really low area all the way around, or really flat area, find the biggest, strongest building and get on top of it. Something big and sturdy like a parking garage or a hospital probably wouldn't be a bad bet. Aftermath of a tsunami is pretty rough. You don't want to be caught up in it. Tsunamis push inland and then recede back to sea. So all the debris they create pushing inland gets dragged around. Everything gets really disorganized and disoriented. It's very hard to rebuild from that. Thank you for your time.